Hey guys, welcome back. It is 2021. We managed to survive 2020 with all the changes 2020 brought to all of us. And in 2021, I'm wishing you guys all a successful War Robots gameplay and year. And that actually is kind of going to be the theme of my post today is how do you really kind of survive it all? So 2020 wrapped up last year where I had a couple of great wins, and I'll kind of walk you guys through what I got at the last event. And those events are good if you drop $100 in it. But this past weekend or this weekend, we have a nerf announcement where a number of different things are getting taken away drastically. One thing, for instance, will actually be the ability, the transformability on the Hawk, whereas we had a pretty steep damage that was inflicted upon others when you're using this built-in ray. It's going to be reduced by 50% when you're inflicting it upon other robots. So that really makes my little Papa-mobile Hawk a little bit less relevant in 2021, but that's okay. So what I've decided to do actually is keep him at level 9 and show some gameplay at level 9 so you guys can see you don't really need to upgrade your robots past 9 to have fun and even Champ League. Other thing that's coming out in 2021 are a few other bots. The Shell bot, which is going to be the massive counter to Hawk. He has essentially a massive amount of shielding, and that massive amount of shielding will yield, and I'll even just pull him up real quick because I think it's worth looking at the robot itself and see what kind of shielding he has. Most people are running about 990k of shielding all around. So it has a shield on every corner, and maxed out you're averaging about 300 or 400 HP in the front and rear, and about 150, 180 HP left and right. And this is going to be, kind of the heavy counter to Hawk because, of course, it can block at least one or two Hawk beams. So how are you going to play this? How can you not drop $100 per event, which is just completely crazy? And I think for those of you that have followed me in the past, that used to be kind of my MO. I've decided actually to take the more intelligent approach on how to divvy up money if you're going to spend, and if you're not going to spend, really how you can make the most of what you get. So if you look at the weapons that the new Shell will have, it has 1 heavy and 2 lights. And I decided I'd actually build a Mercury in the interim before I win a Shell, because I'm not going to pay for a Shell. I've just decided against that whole concept altogether this year. I think there's bots that I was paying for in 2020 that I really wanted. I went crazy with the Nodens. I'm just not going to do that in 2021. So this is a little bit of a kind of a 2021 resolution video too. I'm going to build a Mercury slowly, and this has been about a week's worth of building. I started at the beginning of the year, and I'll put the Devastator that I got. The Devastator that I have right now is sitting MK 2.4 on my Fenrir, and if I win a Shell, I'll drop it on there. And then when it comes to the other weapons too, I'm slowly building these 2 scatters. I won 6 scatters total, a couple in giveaways and a couple through obviously the events. And I'm gonna grow these scatters up to the point slowly but steadily, so that when I do have a Shell or when I have my Mercury build, I'll have kind of a close range brawling setup. So in 2021, what can you realistically do when it comes to beacon running? Most people, if you had a Nightingale or you're building a Nightingale, are going to really wonder whether you have a beacon runner that's relevant anymore. The Nightingale in this weekend's test server is getting nerfed in terms of airspeed, so you won't be able to rush to the beacon as quickly. And the height is being increased, so you can't hold the beacons anymore. I think this is probably a good idea because most people just camped out with their Nightingale, and it was kind of not fair and fun, but I'll be honest, I've been running the Nightingale forever, and I've been doing it forever, so it's probably not the best thing to say, but I think the nerf was needed. So does that mean you go back to something like a Phantom? I think a Phantom is a perfectly reasonable beacon runner, and if you've got the right skills on your Olga, you can see here I've got armor and Roadhog. You can get a lot of mileage out of your Phantom. Other beacon runners that still are relevant. I mean, I was playing with the Scorpion. It's still fast as heck. And if you've got a Scorpion that's running 61 kilometers per hour, and then you add in, I don't know, Scout Scorpion, and if you even have a Scout plus a Roadhog on top of that, you've got a great beacon runner right there. So you've got some small bot options right now. I have, and I'll post a video about this, or I'll show a video later, the Ravana as a beacon runner, because let's be honest, at 50 kilometers an hour with the Transcendence, it's pretty quick, with Hawk beams flying all over the place, maybe a little less now that they've been nerfed a little, but they'll still be all over the place. Transcendence completely bypasses that. You can at least get two beacons. 2 beacons is better than nothing, and you've got a build that's pretty versatile and tanky. So I think that you've got a couple of beacon runner options in 2021 that can still keep you relevant in the meta, and you can build a Ravana in the store, just like in the workshop, just like the Phantom. So you've got a couple of decent beacon running options. Scorpion obviously isn't available yet, but Phantom and Ravana are going to be my backups. Up also for 2021, besides the nerf to the Hawk's damage, are the nerf to the EMGs, the electronic machine guns. So, or the energy machine guns. Sorry, I've been listening to too much EDM clearly. So the EDM machine guns, EMG machine guns, have been nerfed substantially. It's about 33% or so. I guess these guys want me to join too. My clan is growing exponentially, and we've been playing more often too over the holidays, so that's been fun. And sorry guys, I won't be able to join right now. These have been nerfed substantially. I built only 4 Corkers and 2 Atomizers, knowing that they were way overpowered, and I don't have an alternative to them. All I can say is consider Havoc, consider. If you can't have those, you can build Cryos. I've got a ton of Cryos. You can build Storms. In worst case, you can put on Thunderns too. So you've got some backup medium options that are pretty decent, and that are relevant. So I would say don't fret. The Scourges are still great. I mean, they've been nerfed, so you know they won't hopefully get nerfed anymore. And you can continue to use those. So I use them in all my builds, and I currently have 4 Scourges on a Typhon. And granted, it's 2.8, so it's almost maxed, but they perform really well. So other weapons that have already been nerfed that do amazing, and you guys will see this, of course, in the videos today, are the distance laser builds, right? So the Dragoons and the Marquis. They haven't been nerfed. In fact, last time they were touched, they were buffed. They're not used often, but they're great. And I pair it with a Damn Johnny so I can kind of freeze and attack from afar. I think the Glacier Rhyme builds will be completely relevant in 2021 because everybody's going to have these nerfs, not these nerfs, these shells running around, and this will eat right through it. Worth considering, which is why I'm keeping my Papa Mobile around, and why I changed my actual YouTube channel to Papa Shiva, is because I'm running 2 level 10 Embers on my Papa. I think the Embers are great. They will eat through shells, they'll eat through Arthurs, they'll eat through it all. So I think it's worth considering in 2021 to invest a little bit in Igniters, in Embers. And that's why I decided to actually do the Operation Pass, and I think that is still your best bang for buck in 2021. If you don't have the weapons, I didn't have Freedom Igniters, and I think they're kind of cool looking. I had only one that I won years ago, which I leveled to level 11. So I think Igniters with Sonic weapons will be a good mix, or Igniters with freeze weapons will be a good mix, because you can kind of freeze and burn at the same time, so icy hot, or you can also go you can just devastate them with the Sonic, and they won't be able to heal back any of the damage, and then continue to melt them away with the Igniter. So I think Igniters are relevant. I think Sonic is relevant. I know I sound probably crazy because I've got all these Sonic weapons because I spent the $100 the last event, and I won't be this year. So if you don't have the Sonics, I think fear not. There are great options out there, and I think if you can build Rhymes, Glaciers, Marquis, Dragoons, Scourges, Embers, Igniters, all these things are available in Workshop. It takes patience, But it's truly worth considering, because I think there's a lot of good options in weapons that you can build. Wasps are also another good build that will be relevant this year. The vortexes, I see them out there too, and they completely zap and destroy. So I think, oh yeah, and another great set of weapons, avalanches. I built those last year, so those are another pair that you could slap onto an Aojun, for instance. So I don't think you have to continue to pay in 2021 to have fun and be relevant. I think there's a lot of different options, and it increases game variety. And I think the Hawk, era definitely proves that. So this is a long introduction. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the video. This is going to be a long 2021 video, of course, not that I've had this long introduction, but hopefully you guys enjoy it. And I'll narrate a few things in some of these other items and show you guys what it means in real time. All right, like I just hinted at, I won this Grom in the event. And it's great to get a free Grom. Who wouldn't want that in a 400 chest? So I'm maxing her out, and since I had the squalls from the previous event, the Halloween event, I'm going to slap it on. And the key to, I think, 2021 is diversity. So I did actually, well, ran out of platinum there. I did decide to essentially have a backup Titan. And you can see in this backup Titan video here, my Arthur is almost maxed out or so. I've been trying to play around with different forms. Whether I want to, run self-heal versus just 2 packs. I can't figure out which one works best, but I think having a lot of shield and a lot of health helps. I don't really feel like the self-healing heals with a fast enough approach, but I did decide to slap on an accelerator too. This is like kind of mildly upgraded, not fully. This Titan, when maxed out with accelerator, is running at 50 kilometers per hour, which is fast as freaking bleep. With the shields that the Arthur has, with the Hawk nerf impending in 2021, and no loss in power against Arthurs, you want to have strong shields. I think that's relevant. So I like this play style. I'm a brawler at heart, so it's something worth considering. I'm also gonna kick up my tier upgrade. This is a level 10 tier. You can see he's pretty tanky at the level that he's at, and believe it or not, with the self-heal and everything else, I think it's a good backup option in 2021. So I'm going to be maxing out my tier in the next overdrive cycle, and my Ravana. What I like about the tier is the speed. You can see he's just flying right into this beacon. So for beacon rush, like I love, he goes really right at it. And then when you go into full battle mode, and these are really low level scatters too, he does exceedingly well. And look, people still have, not many people have scatters and havocs. They have a lot of EMGs, and the EMGs really can, his shield, front shield, can take a beating. Obviously not right here, but you can see that it can take a beating pretty easily. But I think at this point I should have probably not healed and gone forward. So I think 2021 predictions, the EMGs may be filtering out, but Dragoons and Marquis are still relevant, and they're good distance weapons to have. I happen to have a pair of these Dragoons maxed out from before, from like 2-3 years ago. So I think, I just lucked out, but I think it's worth building and worth, considering a build if you guys are trying to come up with nerf-proof weapons. And that was just kind of a lucky kill right there, but I'll probably die right here. Brawling with Dragoons is stupid, as you can see right here, and then obviously did not see that Arthur. Jesus Christ, he just plowed right into me. All right, I have an adamant Roadhog on this Typhon. Now, do I? Maybe I don't. I did at one point. I got the skill. Hit or miss with this Typhon. Sometimes he hits his target, sometimes he doesn't. I find that the Typhon can actually be lethal against the Ming. So kind of fun fact for the day, play your Typhon against the Ming and piss that guy off like that. They can't move really at all, and they can't fly, and they're in ground defense mode, but like essentially, I think I pissed that guy off enough that he's going to come at me now. So here we go. Now we're going to get, and like I was saying in the earlier intro video, Glaciers are relevant. This piece of whatever can... Okay, there we go. Land. Let me freeze him. All right, and now he can just... Like, I don't know why people walk into me when I've got, like, 4 Scourges. That's just crazy. Keep your distance, because, again, Scourges have a multiplication effect, so it's a little nutty. That might be game right there. Yeah, this guy's pretty happy walking away. All right, let's see some other gameplay. Going in to carrier, I like to duck and hide and use speed. So clearly, again, the tier will be, I think, another cornerstone non-nerfable. I don't know if anybody's noticed this, but like literally Loki, Fenrir, and Tyr have not been nerfed in their existence at all. I don't know if I'm hyper jinxing it. I don't think I have enough followers for picks to actually hear this, but let's hope they don't hear it. It's a great bot. It's fast. You can beacon cap. You can heal. You got a front shield where everybody's firing corkers and atomizers and nucleons at you. You can take a little bit of beating. You can go at people. I think the Nightingale is going to be kind of not relevant anymore in terms of beacon capping, so maybe there'll be less of those. My front shield died there. Now, mind you, I don't even have a max fortifier on this tier, so I think my next goal is to also max out the fortifier. I have 1 max fortifier on this guy right here, and you can see I got the Adamant Roadhog ready to go. I think it was one of those freebie skills, you know, Pix gives you to kind of just like give you like, oh, here's a T4, you can get a taste of what really good looks like. So this Adamant Roadhog, I mean, you move, it hustles. Like, look how fast this guy, he's like fire, dash, fire, zap. I love it. I'm not gonna even change it. I like the Adamant Roadhog, and that's why I actually bring my guy out, my Typhon out at the last, usually when we're behind, so I can catch up, catch some beacons, freeze some guys in their tracks. I mean, Blackout 2 is the best at really preventing people from capturing more beacons, especially when you're behind by this much. I should probably try to actually win at this point now that I keep on talking about it, but let's just hide out here. Wait a little. Another thing that's been kind of annoying me about, you know, what I did in 2020 and spending all this gold on like maxing pilot skills and this and that, you just have to be patient, honestly. And I'm going to try to exercise that patience in 2021 in terms of maxing pilot skills out. Like this guy took a lot. I think it was about good 10,000 gold to get this Louis up to anything relevant. So I don't know. I think it's something to think about in 2021 that I'm going to take into consideration, is really kind of chill out on that and be patient and, you know, build backup pilots and that sort of thing. You know, just save basically gold for overdrives. You can usually stash away 1,000 to 2,000 gold a month if you're playing regularly, not spending them on upgrades and that sort of thing. All right, so Ravana as a beacon runner, I think it's possible. I think it's definitely doable. I think more people need to consider it because, frankly, we're losing beacon runners like crazy. People used it before as a beacon runner, and it worked well until they got rid of the phase shift holding beacon. But you can see here, if you've got enough essentially health, you can kind of tough through capping a beacon and then kind of go forward, take out people real close with your havoc, and then kind of transcend away and then try to get at somebody else as they come at you. Also, I think Sonic breaks down the shell shield pretty quickly, I think. All right, let's see if I can take the shell apart. Yep, okay, buddy. See, you like those glaciers and rhymes? Oh, look at that. The shell isn't that strong after all. Yeah, I'm not worried about the shell. And you can also go on top of him and also fire your hawk beam on his head, and he will die. So any fears people have with the shell breaking the hawk, I think if a shell player is smart, obviously that guy's new with his maxed out shell. He doesn't know how to play it yet, but I think that the Glacier build is definitely... what the hell is going on with this guy? Is he like in permanent... Huh. Some of these lags are kind of funny. Yeah, it's just weird as heck. I've never seen that before. He just kind of freezes and he can't do anything. But I think the Glacier Rhyme is something smart to consider because you're going to be running into a lot of people with shields now, physical shields to counter the EMG. And you can just see if we can... Oh, damn, did I get him? I don't know if I got that guy too. Son of a... It's close though. All right. Let's bring out Papa. Papa is going to melt you. Let's get some melty Papa love. I kind of want Papa John's now. Jeez. I don't know if any of you are watching from abroad, but Papa John's a piece of joint out here, and I kind of want some. I do kind of like the Papa beam. It's kind of cool. Yeah, so Ember is back. I think with the shields, Ember and rockets are back. You cannot deny it. Let's see if I can melt this guy too. As I speak to the beauty of Ember, can I actually take out somebody? This damn Papa thing. Here you go, level 9. I do have a pretty heavily optioned Papa Mobile pilot, and Adrian. So not like a specific pilot for... That's a triple kill with a level 9 bot. But yeah, I've got a level 60 Adrian on this guy. He's going to die right now. But you don't need a level 2.8 million, whatever, Hawk to be relevant. Now I'm going to just try to go get some freaking beacons because every banana eating poop head isn't even getting it. Sorry, I'm trying to also filter my language in 2021 just as a New Year's resolution, and I'm coming up with really stupid comments, so apologize for that. But yeah, apparently beacon rush does not mean rush to all these guys here, and all of you have probably experienced it at some point. So let's see if I can take this Ravana out. My scourges. Time your scourges right. Hide. Oh, lag. Hide and then unleash. Come on, buddy. Let's bring it. Bring it. I don't know when the Louis ability kicks in. I've never figured it out. Okay, now you're frozen. You better die. Of course, I fire the ability and I run out of my score. Here I'm telling you guys to time your ability, and this is what kind of stupid crap I show. Okay, triple kill there. We're going to lose so bad. When you're losing this bad, just stop. Like, I don't know. I should hopefully not be using any active modules, but don't use them like I just did. Just die because it's not worth wasting it. So I brought back, well, I'll show later, but I did bring back a different Titan as well. My Squall's back on my Nodens. When I have an all-fighting hangar, I need to heal a little too at the end. So let's see if I can get this this beacon here, this heavily neglected, nobody's on this beacon. Like, let's just see if I can... Oh, of course! Why doesn't everybody and their mother join the party now? So I've got like 2... Yeah, I'm dead here too. This always happens to me, drives me absolutely nuts. Well played, Reds. Well played. All right, well, let's just smash and bash. Kill these mothers. Titan Slayer. All right, let me see if I can take this guy out too. Bash this guy in a little too. Yeah, boy. These squalls hit, man. I love them. I love them so much. It's like the best freaking freebie toys that I've gotten from picks. Oh well, we lost that. Pretty bad. Let's see how bad we did. I think I was probably, yeah, first. I think I was probably the strongest player in the group too. Maybe the loss was my fault. Who's this guy? Okay, there's some fun names there. Yep. Interesting interpretation. All right, guys. That was my last last video for this post. Happy 2021. More videos to follow. Peace.